Okay, so when I pulled up the question, it gave me sine of pi over 2, but you told me yours was 3 pi over 2. And so find the exact function value. So they're just asking you to find the ratio, and basically we're looking at our unit circle at this point. And so really you got to memorize the first quadrant, and you need to know all the quadrants as far as for the radians and the degrees. But once you know the ratios for one quadrant, then you can use these reference angles over here to find your other ones. So if you're looking at sine of 3 pi over 2, that's actually a special one because it ends up on one of the axis. It ends up on the y-axis. It's not actually in a quadrant. It's actually on the axis right here. And so that one would be -1. That would be -1. Now, just remember, sine is synonymous with the y value, and cosine is going to be synonymous with the x value when you're looking at your unit circle here. And so I have the reference angles, but then I also have, for the first quadrant, I have those values right there, which for sine, cosine, tangent, and also the reciprocals right there. And so so for example, if you were asked for sine of, let's say, 5 pi over 3, well, its reference angle is pi over 3 right here. And so pi over 3, let's see, sine of pi over 3 right here gives you square root of 3 over 2. But 5 pi over 3 is in the fourth quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant, when you're down here, your y value is negative, so that's why this would be negative square root of 3 over 2. And so that's kind of how you use reference angles. You're going to get the same proportions and other quadrants, but your signs could change. And so one trick to kind of remember this is that all of them are going to be positive in quadrant 1. Sine, cosine, tangent, and all the reciprocals. All suckers, so only sine and its reciprocal, the cosecant, is positive in quadrant 2. So cosine and tangent and those reciprocals would be negative here. So all suckers take calculus. And so down in quadrant 3, only tangent and cotangent are going to be positive, and then in quadrant 4, it's only going to be cosine and secant are positive in quadrant 4. So that might be a way to keep your, to make sure you got the proper sign of being positive or negative. So anyways, it'll take some time and practice. So on your homework, once you answer the question, in the lower right hand corner, you can keep clicking similar examples so you can get more practice. So hope that helps.